One hard drive and I have installed Solaris. While I'm installing Solaris, it will create a partition called Solaris partition. Okay? This partition is not comparable to your Windows partitions. This is different. Okay? So how many Solaris partitions I can have on one hard drive?
One.
Only one. Only one, right? And that partition can be divided into, in Spark, 8 slices.
Slices.
Yeah, those are called slices. So S0, first slice, second slice is 1, S3, S4, S5, S6, S7.
Why not S2?
S2 is the entire Solaris partition. Right, so we have 8 slices. Okay? In Spark, right? So in this example, when I formatted this hard drive, I took a portion of this hard drive and then I formatted it. The portion of the hard drive where you want to put your file system, the size, everything you decided at that time, right? But here when I am creating the slice, I can decide. Or after creating the slice also, I can change the size. I can change the size of the slice, right? And then I can decide what size I am going to use for each file system. Now this is just a slice. This is called slice. The situation is something like, you can't compare here because this slice we created while we were formatting, right? So we can't compare with that. Slice is a small portion in the hard drive, okay? Slice can be changed, modified, okay? The next step I have to do is, I have to format it. So I have to change the slice to, I have to format the slice so that I will create a file system. So slice will become a file system when I format it. So we format the slice, it will become a file system. Okay? I can't copy anything in slice, but I can copy something in file system.
Don, just to double check, with Solaris, will it always break into those 8 slices?
Yeah,
Always?
in Spark, always.
In Spark.
In Spark.
Okay. And even if it's like Linux or Ubuntu, same thing, always?
No,
8?
it is a bit different story.
Oh.
Only in Solaris,
Only
only in
Solaris.
Spark.
Okay.
This situation. In Intel also happens, i86 also it happens, but it breaks into 10 slices.
10 slices.
Yeah.
Okay.
And i86 is 4 partitions, right?
10 slices, 10.
4
10.
partitions, how many partitions?
No, we'll come to that. We have to come to that. So we have slices, and slices, if I leave it as it is, I can't do anything with that, right? If I just get a slice, I have a car without an engine, can I do anything? No. So like putting engine, right? So when I format it, then only I can use it. So to create a slice to a file system, I format. I create a new file system. New file system. Okay, is it clear for you? No, for you? Yeah,
Yeah.
clear, right? If we don't, all the people who are just starting this one, they have to put up their hands when you have a problem. I'm doing this only for you, right? I'm introducing this because you don't know much Solaris, right? Okay. So a slice can be converted to a file system by formatting it using a command, right? Yeah. So how many file systems can I create there? Here, maximum how many I can create?
8?
Not 8.
No, sorry, 7.
7. I can create only 7, right? We'll take another situation. We assume that I am going to install Solaris in a i86 machine. i86 machine. Okay? Something like this. This is also i86 machine. I am installing Windows. I can't install Windows in Spark. So something like this situation, right? Okay. So I have i86 machine. So I have target 0, target 1. Then I have a hard drive here. In i86 machines, the hard drive can be divided into partitions. So forget about Solaris partition, just partitions. What are the different partitions? Primary partition, extended partitions. In extended, how many extended partitions you can have?
As many you want.
255.
No, if you use Windows, limit is there.
Yeah.
I think 4, I think, right? 4, maybe 4, right? I think so. If you use partition magic, then you can put a lot of things, right? Okay. So don't worry about that. We have, if I want, this hard drive is 4 terabyte. I don't want to install my operating system, Solaris, in this 4 terabyte hard drive. I want to use only portion of that hard drive. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I can do that. And what I'm going to install in the other portion? Windows. Okay. So what I decided is, I decided to create partitions, something like this, Windows partition, something like that, right? I'm going to create partitions. So this is primary partition. And I created extended partitions also. So I created primary partition and I extended partition. I'm going to use them for only Windows. Okay, I'm going to use this for Windows. I'm not going to touch it for Solaris. Is it possible? Possible? Possible. Is it possible?
Yeah.
Right?
Don, just for reference, because
Yeah.
we'll be going back to it a lot, right?
Yeah.
On the main board, could you just write control, target, disk, and slice? Just CT.
We are going to do that. We are
Oh
going
yeah.
to
No, if you could just put it on the main board because it's going to come up a lot, you know.
Oh yeah, but I'm going to do that again.
Okay, okay.
Because I didn't go to the subject yet, volume
Okay,
management. So for that only I'm going to use, so I will be using at that time. And
Okay.
also I'll be showing a slide and I'm going to show you in the system also.
Okay.
So you will understand 3 times, okay? It's fine, it will be fine, okay? So I have one portion called Windows partition, right? Sorry, primary partition, extended partition. Those are related to Windows environment. Are they related to, maybe related to Solaris also, right? Maybe I have installed Solaris in one of the extended partitions, maybe, right? But we are not going into the details of that, right? So I'm going to install Solaris here. So this is Solaris partition. So how many, now we have 2 types of partition. Now you will confuse, right? I'm saying Solaris partition here, and here I'm talking about Windows partitions, right? That's what you asked, right? So these partitions are called, FDisk partitions. They have nothing to do with, they are actually created in x86 machines, and I can use one of those partitions to install Solaris. For that purpose I can use it, right? So that's what she asked, that's why I explained that. I don't have to explain that now, right, since she asked. So this is FDisk partition. So we are not interested in that. We are interested in only Solaris partition, right? So Solaris partition is divided into slices. How many slices here?
10.
Here at 8, but this is I-86. In I-86, 10 slices. So I will have 10 slices. Okay? Can I use all 10 slices to copy files? System can use, not 10, 9 system can use, right? Some I can use, right? Actually I can use only 6 slices, whether it is I-86 or this one. I can use only 6, okay? Don't worry about that, okay? So my main thing is, you understand this naming convention, right? Okay. So now, can you give me the name for this slice? This slice name, full name. Can you give me full name for this slice, logical name?
C0,
1 minute, yeah. C0,
T0,
T0,
S1.
I know.
That's what.
Oh, D0.
You have got that content, right?
D0
D0 and
and S1.
S1 for this, right? S1. Everybody understood that? Did you understand that? Clear, right? It's just logic, right? Your address, 705 Progress Avenue, Scarborough, Ontario, something like that. Okay? Logical for you to remember, right? Okay? Okay. But all these are like solid things. These are like, can you touch the hard drive? Can you touch the hard drive? You can touch. But can you touch this? No. It's logical, it's inside the hard drive. So it will be somewhere within the hard drive. So they will be in a directory called, in the hard drive there are different folders, right? In Windows also there are different folders. So in Solaris there is a folder called dev. And under that there is a folder called disk, DSK. And in that folder we have all these things. Okay? Okay? Clear, right? Very clear? Mass is here, mass is late.
Is that all,
Huh?
is that a volume, you call that a volume?
No, we didn't come to that. We didn't touch, we didn't talk about Solaris. Okay, we didn't come to that. So this is a physical component, they can touch hard drive. But every slice can be accessed using this logical name, right?
So what's the backslash introduce? What is?
No, these are folders.
Okay.
In Unix we use this
Backslash.
We don't use that.
Okay.
So these are just
Backslash, so the backslash introduced for the folders?
folders, yeah. So for example, if I go to the root, this is root, everything starts from root, right?
Yes.
In Windows everything starts from where? C drive.
C drive.
So here everything starts from root. This is slash, root is slash, right? In Windows we say C:/. They put a C: in front of slash. Under this root we have a directory called what? Dev. Under that we have a directory called DSK. Under that we have,
Logical address.
yeah, C0, D0, all those things. Okay?
Logical address.
Like that. Can I just say CD, 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 CD and go into this? Can I go into this directory? Can I? Yeah, I can say CD, CD and go into this directory. So when I look at that, what do I understand? Oh, this is connected. Oh, this is, we are talking about slice 1 in disk 0, in target 0, in C0. So when I open the computer, oh, C0, this one. So I am talking about which hard drive? I am talking about this hard drive. So I can connect to that, right? So it's logical for us, right? It's a logical name, right? That's what we call logical name, right?
Yeah, but if you don't go to the directory disk, then how could you? Or you can just figure it out because of that logical address.
Right.
Even though if
But
you're
I
not
don't.
in
I
the-
can't figure out. I can't go and see the slices inside your hard drive, right? I can't. But if I want to do anything in that slice, I can do. What do you like to do in this slice? What do you like to do in this slice?
Install any program or
What do you like to do in that slice?
for new file
I have to format that first. So if I am formatting, I can use this logical name. So I will say new FS. New FS is the command to format, right? Then I will say format this. Then I am formatting what? This slice, right? Right? You understand? Clear? Understand that clearly, new people, right? You can understand. What about the other two new people? You had another two new people.
Pramod is on his way.
On his own.
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
So, just format this and then start using. After
After point drive point.
after create a drive pointer. Drive pointer was introduced by Windows, but in the case of Unix, we don't use drive pointers. In the case of Unix, we will mount. What do you know? Okay. So we will mount. Okay? So this part has to be changed. Mount. In this situation. Okay? Mount. What do you mean by mount? Okay, you are ordering a fridge, right? So fridge is coming to your house. So you will just wait. So where will the guy keep the fridge? He has to keep it in a point where you can mount the fridge. Mount point. Likewise, if I am saying mount, your first question should be where will I go and where will I mount? Right? So I have to make a directory first and then mount on top of the directory. Like I make space and then I bring that item and keep. Same way, right? So I will make a directory in my computer. For example, under the root I will make in this example, right? Under the root, I will make a directory called ABC. I will make a directory called ABC. Now what is inside ABC now?
Empty.
If I say ls ABC, ls means list the contents of ABC. What do I see inside ABC?